G'day guys, it's Adrian here, coming live from 2019 SHOT Show. I'm here with Andrew from ZT, Kershaw Knives. G'day mate, how are ya?
Good man, thanks.
And yeah, today we're just going to go through a few new models that are coming out from both ZT and Kershaw. So Andrew, take it away.
All right, cool, let's do it. Up first, we have the Kershaw Reverb Xl. So we made the Reverb a couple of years ago. Really great, lightweight outdoor knife. And this is the big brother to that. So the nice thing about this though, we didn't just scale it up. There are some design features that make this distinct and help it stand on its own. First is the blade. You've got a 3-inch blade, 8CR13 MOV steel with a gray PVD finish on there. It has an upswept design, which helps differentiate it from the original Reverb. You can see as well, we've got a gray PVD finish on this, as well as on the back handle scale and the pocket clip. One of the great things about this knife is that even though it doesn't have a thumb stud, you can still open it manually, one-handed, because of the grooves that have been cut in the front and the back side of the blade. So it opens really easily manually, which is a really great function. As well, it's an offset frame lock knife, so you get that sturdy lockup that you need. Like the Reverb, you've got a carabiner gate on the back and a deep carry pocket clip. Even though this knife is a pretty good size, it only weighs 2.3 ounces. And that's due in large part because we've got this carbon fiber G10 combo handle right there on the front. So we've got blue G10 under there with a layer of carbon fiber on the top. So that's the Reverb XL, great lightweight, outdoor, everyday carry kind of knife. That comes in at $44.99 MSRP. Up next, we have the Kershaw Xcom. This is a collaboration between Kershaw and Les George. It was inspired by the M3 fixed blade knife, which was a standard issue knife used in World War II by the United States. So Les really likes history and wanted to bring that fixed blade style into a knife that you can carry every day. That's my favorite thing about this knife. It definitely has a tactical vibe and feels like a fixed blade, but it's definitely much more compact and you can carry it with you every day. It opens manually with the thumb disc right there. You can see we have a dagger style blade with a black oxide finish. We've got black glass-filled nylon handle scales on the front and the back that have been textured so that you can get a really good grip on this knife. Definitely a very ergonomic knife, which for something that has more of a tactical feel is really important. We've even brought some of the liner through right there with a little bit of jimping to enhance the grip. It does have steel liners underneath the front handle as well as the back, and you have that steel liner lock to give you the structural integrity that you need.
Awesome.
Yeah, it also has a deep carry pocket clip that works on the front as well as on the back. That's the Kershaw Xcom, comes in at $44.99. Up next, we have the Kershaw Epistle. This is a really lightweight knife, only 2.1 ounces, and that's because we've used aluminum handle scales for the handles, which is really nice. This knife is all about simple elegance, so we tried to keep to a classic forms and sophisticated materials to give you a knife that has a pretty refined aesthetic. Because of the weight and because of the look of the knife, it's definitely one that I would recommend if you're looking for a knife to carry with a suit or a pair of slacks. It's pretty lightweight, so hopefully it'll wear a little bit less on the slacks, and something that will overall complement your look. Overall, we got a drop point blade. It opens manually with thumb studs, nice and smooth. It has an inset liner lock, so you still get that structural integrity. But again, we got the aluminum handle scales to give the sophisticated look as well as the lightweight feel.
Yeah, definitely a really good look, guys. As far as all these new models from Kershaw, pardon me, it's actually really refreshing to see that this year they are bringing out a lot of non-assisted knives. So for all you guys back home, it's really good news knowing that we can get all awesome Kershaw designs coming out this year. So something to look forward to, and we're really excited about.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about it too, for sure. So yeah, that's the Kershaw Epistle. Also has a single position pocket clip. Comes in at $44.99 MSRP. Up next, we have the Kershaw Mixtape. This one was actually inspired by audio cassette tapes, which is pretty fun. So it has a very, very rectilinear profile like cassette tapes. You can see we've got this cutout window there, which relieves weight, but it also kind of calls back to the window reels, or reel windows on old cassette tapes. There's some stripe patterning on the custom pivot nut there, and in other places on the knife handle that kind of call back to some of the graphic design elements used on old cassette tapes.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so this is meant to be a lightweight, simple, and rugged knife. It's got a reverse tanto blade shape, which is really good for everyday carry uses like opening boxes, letters, sort of thing. Manual open with the thumb disc right there. Glass-filled nylon handle scales on the front as well as the back. We also use that window cutout for the pocket clip so that it rises up out of the back handle scale. It's kind of a neat design feature, and it means that you have an unbroken profile, which makes the knife a little more comfortable. Has an inset liner lock, so you get that steel lock up there. It does have a steel liner underneath that plastic handle scale. Really open on the back. keeping it lightweight and simple. That's the Kershaw Mixtape, and that comes in at $39.99.
Yeah, awesome. Really good price on that one.
We've got another Les George design. This is the Kershaw Innuendo. This is a great, slim, sturdy, everyday carry knife. We've got a gray PVD finish on that blade. Opens manually with a thumb disc. You can see we've got some beautiful pivots there on the front and the back. The overall look of the knife is repeated on the front and the back, mirrored there, so that you get a really cohesive design. And the handles have been contoured so that they're really slim, feel really comfortable in the hand. But they are steel handles, and you have a frame lock there, so really, really sturdy knife, but also very slim. Got a reversible pocket clip that is deep carry, works on the front as well as the back. That's the Kershaw Innuendo, and that comes in at $44.99. All right, up next, we have the Kershaw Antic. This is an addition to the shuffle family, so if you like the shuffles, this is, I think, an even better version of those, and I'll explain why. Favorite thing about the knife might be the handle scales. We got steel handles, so it's a steel frame lock, which is something kind of new for the shuffle family. It has a great navy blue PVD finish on there. This looks absolutely fantastic. Really, really beautiful finish on those steel handle scales. It is a manual opening knife, steel frame lock, opens with the thumb studs. Really, really comfortable. I love to fidget with this knife. It's a really good size for that. Even though the blade's small, the spine is curved and has great jimping on there, so you can still get a really solid grip on this knife. As you probably noticed, it's got the karambit ring in the back, which is really fun, so you can definitely hold it, either way or do, fun tricks. I actually cut myself pretty good the other day spinning it around, but I'm sure some of y'all are better at doing this than me, so you won't have any problems with that. But it's a steel backspacer, so it serves that purpose. It also tapers down so you can use it as a pry bar, has a flathead screwdriver, and even has a tab on that back handle scale that works with the ring as a really good bottle opener. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's the Kershaw Antic. That comes in at $29.99. So really good price.
Really good price, guys.
Let's take a look at ZT. Up first, we have the 22. So take a look at that. This is the smallest ZT that we've made to date. It has a 1.8 inch blade, but it still has CPM 20 CV blade steel, so we're not sacrificing on that. As you can see, it's a pretty small knife, really, really lightweight knife. Titanium frame lock on the back, carbon fiber handle scale on the front. It's really nice. We even put this titanium trim ring in here and anodized it light blue, and we use titanium for that tube spacer as well, so you get that color throughout the knife. Really, really nice feature. Opens manually on ball bearing washers. One thing to keep in mind with this knife, because it has a unique size, when you're opening it, it's really important to keep your fingers up above that lock bar right there. So I've definitely a couple of times run into, it's a different kind of knife, so it takes a different technique to open it.
Definitely.
But definitely a good knife. You can get a solid 2-finger grip on that, and the jimping on the spine there is perfect for getting your thumb in there for a really solid grip. Reversible pocket clip. Overall, really good everyday carry option from ZT. Comes in at $250.
Awesome. And it's really nice to see that these days there are a lot of smaller options. Gone are the days of that whole overbuilt, weighs 2 tons in your pocket sort of thing. Honestly, that is a really good knife. It's all the EDC sort of cutting blade you need for a lot of tasks. So really